you heard all about me. See me on TV, Instagram, bitch, I'm poppin'. Cash card, in my lane, no stop.
Alright, what's good, y'all? So, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, this is the third podcast. So I guess we could say we've been doing a little good, I guess. I'm Josh.
It's Kelvin, you already know.
And as you can see, we got a special guest here today, you know what I'm saying?
Name's Raphael.
Okay. Also, I wanted to let y'all know that we decided official name for the channel. We're going to call it the Kaizen Podcast.
The Kaizen, the Japanese philosophy, constant improvement every day, even if it's about 1%.
Okay.
And like Rafi, why don't you share us a little bit about yourself? Like, what's your event?
A little bit about myself. I'm on the track team here at Sacred Heart.
Okay.
I run the 400, 200, do a little relay action. I guess that's a little bit about what I do here.
Okay. It's the fastest kid on the team, I'd probably say, right?
Yeah. I think we got a lot of guys.
We do.
We got a lot of good guys.
Sure. 400 is definitely your event.
Yeah, something like that. You know
that's
what
what
I'm
you
saying?
do.
Got a lot of good guys for sure.
So would you say, like, when did you start track? Like,
I ran cross country a little bit my sophomore and junior year, but when I started running track my senior year of high school.
Okay,
that's when I started.
How come you got into it so late?
I had like no intention of doing track, honestly. I played basketball in high school.
Yeah.
Basketball was my main sport. That's really all I did, and then I ended up running track senior year, and now we're here.
Okay. I mean, how do you think, you're definitely one of the top athletes on the team. Like, how do you think, and I guess technically such a short span, what would you say is like the biggest push that got you to where you are now?
In terms of like motivation or like the story behind how I started running?
I guess kind of like the story.
It's actually like, it's a funny story. Like I always tell people, like, I'm not really supposed to be here. It was actually, so like I went to 3 different high schools, and 3's a lot, but so I went to like
3 is crazy work though.
Yeah. I went to like my public high school down the street, and then I had gotten the opportunity to go to a prep school for my sophomore and junior year, and then due to COVID, it shut down. So I went to Holy Cross, which was a Catholic high school down the street from the prep school I went to, and the prep school was Chase Collegiate School.
Yeah.
And so I Chase Collegiate, you had to do 2 sports. There was no gym class. You had to do, so when I came, obviously I was playing basketball there. So then I picked up cross country as my second sport.
Wait, why did they make you do 2 sports though?
Because you didn't do gym.
Oh, okay.
So instead of gym class, you did 2 sports, and it was a small school, so like you needed the bodies to play sports. Like my I want to say like my like class was like maybe like 40 students max. Like, it was like a small school.
And like a class, your class size.
Like my my sophomore class was like probably like 40
crazy
kids.
Work. That is crazy.
Yeah, it was a small school.
Nah, I came from a small school too though. Back in Maryland, like my school, I think we had like 500 kids in the whole school overall. So like my sister's graduating class, cause obviously I graduated out of Hawaii, but like her senior class, it was only like 100 kids. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's like the same with me. I went to Sun High School, which was like a small little school. We had like 400 kids, and then like 90 in my graduating class.
Yeah, 90 is crazy work. Bro.
How would you say like your passion for the sport has grew since like your senior year?
It's grown a lot. Like at first it was just like, oh, like maybe I could do this in college. Like got the opportunity, and I got the opportunity, and like, you know, like if I've always been the kind of person, like if I'm gonna do something, I want to be like, you know, I want to be, if I'm not necessarily good, I want to be in the mix. I want to be fighting. So like, when I started off, I wasn't good at all. Like you could ask like some of the older people, like I was terrible, and it was just like it was just like a grind, like a constant grind to like get to where I was. I just really wanted to be. I just wanted to be good.
Yeah. What do you think like the biggest moment for you where you realized like, okay, I'm not gonna quit after like I realized my senior or kind of just my freshman year at college, it wasn't fully.
My freshman year of college was definitely like, it was very bumpy. Like I was doing, like I was a multi, so I did like a little bit of everything. Like I feel like most like multis are a multi because they're good at a lot of different things. I feel like I was a multi because I didn't have one thing I was good at. So it was like a different story. But I think what really got me into it was like one day they were like, I think they like jokingly asked me, they were like, hey, like would you want to run a 4x4? And I like, at this point, like I was doing high jump, I was terrible at high jump, long jump wasn't working out, The sprints wasn't like nothing was working out, and I was just like, sure, like I'll give that a try. Yeah, they put me in it, and like I did that. That just ended up, like the relay became my thing. I wasn't good at the open. I could just run the relay, and then all of a sudden it was just like, all right, like maybe this is what I need to focus on. And like my freshman year of college, I never did a workout. It was just like I would come to practice, work on high jump and like all the technical stuff, and I would just show up to a meet and run the relay. Yeah. So like it was
like not even like a 400 workout in practice.
I think I did my first 400 like workout like like a week or two before New England's freshman year. Plus, like, but like my freshman year, I did like hurt my hip, so we had to like kind of improvise. Like I would do like I did like straight like mat runs all freshman year. That was the closest. Like that was like my workout like freshman year.
But those don't play. I won't lie, mat runs they get you.
They were tough, and it was good on the joints too. So it would like it would like hurt a little bit when I like ran at meets, but like it saved me during the weeks. So like I could do a lot more.
Okay. No, that's understandable. Like, kind of suffering that. I guess like with the injury, did it ever continue to bother you like further from then? Like what did it hinder you? I guess from kind of continuing.
I would say I mean, I guess you could say it did bother me when I ran a little bit freshman year, but like after the fact, it was just a matter of just like strengthening and like just getting better. That's all it was.
Yeah, I mean, I know like in the last podcast we kind of touched on like injuries and stuff. I guess how would you say that that affected your mental and things like that?
Well, like freshman year, like a lot of people don't understand. Like there's a lot of areas of growth that you need to touch up on, and one like a big thing is strength. Like a lot of freshmen come in, like most freshmen that come in, they're not strong enough to be able to like partake in a lot of these activities. So like for me it was just a matter of like acknowledging that and then becoming stronger in like the areas I needed to become stronger in.
Yeah. How's like your progression changed throughout like your freshman, your sophomore, and now your junior year?
Like my progression
in like the weight room, on the track, like just with these workouts.
Honestly I've just it's been, I think it's on the up. I'd say so, like from a like statistical standpoint. I think I've gotten better like each and every day.
There's a lot of kids on the team that like obviously they're trying to be like you. So it's like, how would you say like you got to the point where you are now?
I'd say like the main thing was just like buying in, like just being all in. Because a lot of people like, I'd say the biggest thing is like, you know, you have a lot of people who want to be good, who like want to succeed, but like it's like they're not willing to like commit to that all the way. And like when you like. And there's a lot of different ways you commit. Like my biggest thing was like I think when I started running, it was just like I came like coming to like a like Sacred Heart, like not running. Like I like ran track. I started track like maybe 4 months before I came here, and it was just like I like knew that there's a lot I didn't know. So like coming to Sacred Heart, it was just like okay, like I'm coming here to like learn track because I know that I don't know a lot. Whereas like I feel like a lot of people like at this point in their life have been running track for their entire like career, so they think they know a lot more than they actually do. So it's like when things aren't going their way, it's always like, oh, like it should be done like this, it should be done like that. Whereas for me, I'm just like soaking everything in, and I had like I like ran for like 3 different coaches like all throughout my time here. I mean, I only ran for Coach Jacray for like few weeks when I became a sprinter, but like, you know, there's a lot of different things I was able to pick up from like different coaches and just like, you know, soaking it all in. So I think that was my biggest thing, was just buying into like the coaches' plans and like what they had like in store for me.
Okay, yeah. What made you come to Sacred Heart though overall?
Honestly, so like it's tough. I'm gonna be honest, like I was looking to play basketball in college, and like it just never ended up working out. So I was like, I had my mind set on going to Iona and just being like a student, like just being a student, going to school, and then I just like one day I had my interview and I was like, you know what, like why not? Like I interviewed, I got in, I got accepted, and then they encouraged that we took a tour, and I was like, you know, like at this point, like I applied to 25 schools and I only toured like 2. So I was like, you know what, like I need to start touring more schools. It's in Connecticut, it's not out of the way. So I came and I visited, and like I think most people can agree that if you come to Sacred Heart on like a beautiful, nice, sunny day, there's no way you're not coming here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then coming here, seeing how everything was. They had a strong business program, and then looking at like the track times, it was like, I think I could do this.
Yeah.
So and it was just, I think a lot of things just came together at the same time, and like I started to like realize like, oh shoot, this is something I could do.
I feel like the biggest thing too is realizing, I guess for people, some people think it's so like far-fetched to do certain things, but then once you at least have that mindset of, okay, this is a reasonable or realistic goal, so why not actually put my all into achieving that? And some people, I think I was talking about it in one of our other podcasts, like people undercut their potential a lot, and they simply see something that somebody else got, and they're like, okay, they instantly shut themselves down instead of like, okay, maybe if I actually put the extra work in, then I'll get there. But some people, I guess, just don't feel like we're putting that extra work in to reach that new level, because like say you do a little bit of work, you could do like one workout a week and then you still go out and run like a 47, versus me, I have to do like 3 workouts a week to go run at 47. Some people aren't willing to put in that extra work just to get there.
And yeah, track's like one of those unique sports where like you actually like, you need to be able to trust your coaches and like the plans, because like say you're playing basketball, you can go to the gym and put extra shots up and do extra stuff and like this, that, and the third, and it'll help you get better. Whereas like track, you need to be like aware of the times where you need to rest, the days you need to do your workouts, and all has to like come together. And that's like the complicated thing about it, which a lot like it took me a while to like understand that. So that's like another complicated piece. Is just like you can't just work whenever you want to. You have to work at the right times and do certain things at the right times. Yeah, with track.
How would you say you've almost like built up that trust? Because like you've had so many different coaches throughout the years, and a lot of people would see that as like a disadvantage. It's almost like you're changing that to like an advantage of yours. You're taking on all this different like this coaching advices and everything. It's like,
because it's a bunch of different styles and stuff like that. So
I mean, for me, it was like I said, like I just came in here. I just wanted to like learn track. I came in here. I don't know what I'm doing. To this day, like there's a lot of things I don't understand. I don't know, and like I won't sit up here and like pretend like I know it all. There's a lot I don't know. Yeah. But like with Coach Beach, like coming in here freshman year, like he taught me like so much. Like every technical thing I know is just like it's just a product of Coach Beach and like everything he's taught me. And then like coming and he's been around for a while. Like he's a wise man. Like he knows a lot. So it's like how can you not listen to someone like Coach Beach who's done it all and gone through it all. And then like Coach Crowley, she has quite the resume. She's an All-American. She coached at Texas A&M. She coached at a few other schools in Texas. Yeah. And it's like, like why not listen? They know more than me. They have a lot more experience than me. So like, how could I not? So they must know a lot more than I know.
Yeah, I feel like that's very important though, to be a person that can actually just be a sponge, basically soak in all that information, because I guess some people they want to instantly put their own opinion in something where it's like, this person has been doing it for like 30 years already, and then you just realistically, you could look up how much research, but they know the game.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I feel like, especially like we're already kind of, me and Kel are going through that now, I guess kind of with a different coaching style now, second coach already, but it's just learning to understand that not every coach is going to be the same, and you just have to adjust, but then also take every bit of, like, I guess just kind of every walk through my life, I've just always taken bits and pieces of everybody's information and put it in and applied it to where it needed to properly be applied, and then it'll help me progress, and it's got me to where I am now, for sure.
How would you say like a typical week of training looks like for you?
A week of training, can't release all the methods. We do it like as a launch sprinter. There's a lot of different things we do. Like you get your speed work in, your acceleration, and then you have like your workout days for like you're really grinding it out. Like the workout days are like the toughest days of the week. They're most draining. Yeah. And then you have like your speed days, which are usually a lot more fun and entertaining and stuff like that. But that's what like the long sprint group like consists of.
Okay. Yeah, what would you say like off days and stuff like that kind of look like, or I guess summer training for you? Are you like are you on the whole summer, or are you like you'll have like a separate month where you train and you're off, and then like what? Like
So for the summer, like right after the season, I take like I want to say, I mean everybody's off season is different because you run until like everybody's season then ends differently. So like I'd say like coach will give me like a few weeks off to kind of like fully recover, and like I'm like literally not doing anything, just like being me, doing what I need to do, and then after that like few weeks, it's like right back into it, which is like a lot of people don't understand like. Summer training is like very crucial. Like you have to like it's preparation for when you come back in the fall. So it's like when you come back in the fall, like you can like you might have had a fun summer like and everything like that, but it's like you're gonna struggle, and then you're gonna be like set back so much more, and then it's just like it leads to more complaining. It's like, why am I not here? And it always comes down to what'd you do over the summer? Why are you so far back? And it's like, don't get me wrong, it's hard to work over the summer. Like they're like you're just by yourself, and like so like especially on like those workout days, like you have those times you need to hit. So it's like, shoot, if I'm supposed to hit this rep in like 26, 27, like no one's gonna get on me if I do it in 28, 29. So it's like
you sit there, who gonna stop?
Like it's like, or like if my rest is 2 minutes, if I rest for 2 minutes, then take like 30 seconds to get to the line, then like no one's gonna hold me accountable for it. So it's like you really have to hold yourself accountable.
It's like a mindset thing.
And get yourself to the track every day. Like it's like it's a big thing because it applies to like your race. It directly applies to everything you do throughout the season. So
would you say like this last summer was like when everything was like started to click, and that's when you started building your mental toughness?
I'd say like the mental toughness, like that's just been, I think that's something that's been instilled in me like from like a young age. But like I think the summers do play a big role in like what I'm able to do. It's like, you know, I've like you're not necessarily running a race over the summer, but like you're building towards that. So like the race is usually like the easy part. As long as like, cause like if you show up to the race prepared, like I know a lot of people get like nervous and stuff. Like I'm not saying I don't get nervous. I'm like pretty nervous, but like it's like you've done all, like I've spent all summer preparing. I spent all first semester preparing, second semester preparing. So it's like I'm well prepared. Now I just have to execute my race for what I prepared for. Like I put in the extra work. I like hard work. I've done the hard work, done the hard parts. Like, you know, I'm saying that I'm prepared for it. So
I feel like it's definitely a difference though, versus like having the nerves of just making sure you properly execute versus being scared that you like know you just feel unsure about kind of your week of training and stuff like that. And I feel like I kind of reached that point, I guess, senior year, where I would just go into meets and I wouldn't really be nervous because I reached that point of fully trusting in my abilities. I knew like, okay, I put in the work to get to this moment, and now I've competed for so long, so therefore every meet I go to is just another one. That's it. So you just gotta trust your training and then do what you needed to do the whole time.
Sure.
It's not you shouldn't put that extra stress on yourself. Of course you're gonna have those extra little nerves because you don't want to have a bad race, of course, but it's just, I guess, kind of keeping yourself in that. I feel like the biggest thing I'm just trying to touch on is just trust yourself.
For sure.
Yeah.
So like since the fact you've been on go since like last summer, that's kind of like helped you ease your nerves when coming into like meet day or competition day. You're like you've been working, so it's like now it's just time to do it.
Yeah, like I will admit, like I'd say like the freshman year coming into sophomore year, like I wouldn't say I was as focused during the summer as I was like last summer. Like this summer, like I was out there every day we had a workout day, or like we were supposed to do anything, like I was out there. I think there might have been like a few days I missed because I had to do something, or like I don't know, like God knows what. But like every time, like I like took there are certain like during the summer, like you obviously have a lot of plans. You're doing things you wouldn't normally do, but like you have to remember that like if you have big goals, like that comes with big sacrifices. So there's a lot of things you can't necessarily do because you have to get this out of the way. And that's what it was.
So like going off of that, like how would you say you balance track with all the other aspects you got in your life?
Over the summer, it's not too difficult. Like I'm not one to like do like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I go to work. Honestly, I think the hard.
Bruh. No way. Hold on. Okay, we had a little, you know what I'm saying? We had a little technical light situation in the building,
shut off on us.
They wanted to shut us down. But, yeah, if you want to continue what you were saying.
Wait, what was the question again?
It was like, how do you balance like your life with track and everything?
I think the hardest part is like during the school year, like given the fact like all of my like on-campus involvements and stuff like that. That's the hardest part. But during the summer, I'm just like, it's just like going to work and like having the energy to go to the like track after work. Because a lot of people would be like, oh, like I didn't get to the track because like I work like all day and stuff like that, but it's like you don't work for 12 hours a day.
Yeah,
it's like, you know what I'm saying, there is time to get there. It's just a matter of like how bad do you want to get there?
How bad do you want it?
You know what I'm saying? It's like how like do you want to get there? It's like, because like for me it's like on like this during the summer it's like work 9 to 5, drive home, like do a little like what it takes me time to get home. I want to say I get to the track at like get home 5:30.
Yeah.
Do what I have to do at home, like messing around. Then I get to the track at 6. Then I'm work like 6 to like let's say like 7:30 or whatever. Then I'm in the weight room from like 7:30. Then I go like drive to the Y, get in the weight room 7:30 to like say like 8:30 or something like that. So like realistically, I like leave my house at like 9 in the morning, and I'm not getting back home till like 9:30. Like like 9 o'clock.
9 to 9, yeah.
So it's like I'm literally like 12 hours a day, like not in my house. So it's like.
But I mean, it's still sacrifices because I mean, look where you at now though. At least you seeing it pay off, and I feel like that's the best feeling. Like it's a reward for the sacrifice though.
Yeah, for sure.
You can definitely tell like, you got a lot on your plate. You're almost like a model. Like you're the face of the campus. You're on a frat. You're one of the RSA. You're on the track team. You're in the business program. It's like you got a lot going on. It's like you're almost succeeding in so many different aspects in your life. It's like it's rewarding.
No, yeah, for sure. Now during the school year, it's definitely challenging with everything I have to do, but it's just a matter of just like communication, just like balancing it. But like, you know, for me, I kind of like prioritize some things over others, like academics and like athletics comes over like pretty much everything here. So
so what's your major?
Finance and management double.
Okay, yeah. So how does that like? I guess is the schoolwork kind of heavy on that side, like with track and stuff like that? I guess.
I know a lot of people often say like business majors have it easy, but like I totally disagree.
Yeah,
I totally disagree.
Yeah,
man, we got a case study due tomorrow. Like.
Yeah, we do. So it's challenging, but it's definitely manageable as long as you really have to stay on top of like what you're doing and everything like that. But it's definitely manageable.
I guess. You're a junior in college now, so like, what would you kind of tell somebody that's like just now coming into college? Is like what would you think is like the biggest thing that they need to learn, like coming into college now, but then also like if they're joining a sports team or just kind of track in general?
It depends on like what aspect, from like an academic standpoint or like an athletic standpoint.
Kind of both, a little bit of both.
Like an athletic standpoint, I mean an academic standpoint, it's like real simple. You know, just stay on top of your. It's not necessarily like staying on top of your academics is not simple for everyone.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of like finding a way to like stay on top of what you have to do with your schoolwork.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, if you're not available, then you're not gonna be able to produce like in your sport. But I say from an athletic standpoint, just like is work hard and like. I mean, I know it's cliche, but it's like you got to remember like there's a lot of people who like want your spot, and like every when you're playing a sport, everybody has the same goals, but not everybody can achieve the same thing. So it's like it's just a matter of like being patient but staying aggressive.
Yeah,
you know.
I feel like it's just not getting too complacent and things.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like you see a lot of people that are just like they get put in a spot. And then they'll just stay there and be comfortable, rather than like getting out of that spot, like advancing in their sport or like from an academic standpoint or like whatnot.
Going off like what you were saying about the goals, like what are some of your goals and aspirations you're looking forward towards like this semester, this season?
For me, like I know a lot of people like to like write down like their goals and stuff like that, what things they want to accomplish. For me, like I'm not the kind of person to like write things down or like, you know, like I'm not like a big like, oh, you know what, like this is the season, I'm gonna do this, like I have to do it and like stuff like that. I'm like a firm believer that like you work to like you have an idea of what you want to do, you work towards it, and you'll get there with like the amount of work you put in and like the amount of sacrifice you put in and like the patience you have. And for me it's like,
so you have more like a work hard, play hard type of mindset.
Yeah, and it's like I know a lot of people like with track specifically, they'll be like like I want a PR. I want to hit this time. Because like track's one of those sports like it's like right there. It's like set in stone. Like you have your times there. Like you could like basketball. You could get political and everything like that. Track you can't get political. It's right there. It's right there for everybody to see. So like
you ran that.
It's like and it's good and bad because like a lot of people will be like I need to run this. They'll judge their like performance based on their time. But for me, it's like I'll show up to a meet and like my goal is not necessarily to PR but to win. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's just a matter of just building up on wins and learning how to win. Yeah. Because like you could run a PR, but if your PR is not good, then like no, that's like true. And it's like obviously you want to see constant improvement and stuff like that. But it's just like at some point you know I think everybody strives to be a winner. I think everybody should. So like that's just my opinion.
How would you say like you take those losses as like how do you build off of those losses instead of like letting it beat you down? Like say last year at New England, so you like Trayshawn Bowie, he bring out his name. Like when you lost to Trayshawn, it's like this year you were trying to get like redemption. How'd you like take that mindset to like, all right, you took this loss, and now you're gonna go next year and you're gonna take it back from him?
I think that I mean, I wouldn't say I like necessarily like focus on like certain people and like what other like I know there's certain things I can control. Like I can control like what I'm doing and stuff like that. So like. I'm not necessarily doing things out of like revenge, but like out of like doing things I want to say like just because I want to do them. Like it's like that. Like that's just where like
not for
like,
somebody else.
Yeah, it's not like it's like if you have the goal to be like the New England champion, the NEC champion, that's just the goal to be the NEC or like a champion, not necessarily to like beat somebody else. But like if we're being realistic, there's certain people like that are like pretty good that you have to beat to be able to get there. But like I think it's a matter of focusing on like the actual goal rather than the other people that are in your way to accomplish that goal.
Because I was almost like what I was trying to go is like when I'm like going back to indoors, I know I did, and like that feeling of like just disappointment, defeat, kind of like it just brought me down. It's like I never want to feel that again. So it's like, have you ever felt like a moment like that in your life?
Nah, plenty. If we're talking like college track, like the time I felt defeat. A more recent time is like I'd say like recently I've never gone to like a championship meet or like a conference meet and not like medaled in the 4x4. So like this year like not like that was like a big like that can't happen again. Like that was definitely like it was weird because it was like I've never like not like gone up to like the podium and like been like all by myself because like no one else like medaled. So it was just like it was great. It was a great feeling, but it was just like damn, like my boys aren't up here with me. So it's like it was different. And it's like one of those feelings you just don't want to feel again. So.
Especially since you were talking about like you're a 4x4, like that was your
it's like, my favorite event. For sure.
Like not having your guys with you compared to like as in like last season. So
because when you're up there, like you're celebrating, like, it's like a different because like when I won the 400, it was just like I'm just there by myself, like. Just like looking
everybody
around,
to eat
like
too, bro.
Yeah, you're just sitting there, like everybody has like their teammates. They're all like making jokes because like you just ran hard, like you're celebrating it, and I'm just there like by myself, like.
I guess like how would you say that feels? Yeah, because it's like, because like I feel like I'm a type of person like I see you like I know like you're the main like I guess at conference and stuff like that you're one of the main people I guess kind of providing points and stuff like that, and I'm more so one of those people like I'm gonna cheer you on, but I'm like I just sit back and I know I'm the same way, like I don't want this to happen again. I don't want it to just be one person, like I want to get there too, bro. Like
I use it as it's motivating.
That's what I'm saying. It's very motivating.
Like I'm seeing you up there, and it's just like I gotta like next year I'm gonna find my way on that podium. It's just like I don't it's just like it's motivating. And would you say that you use that almost like in practice? Because I've been seeing you in practice. Like you go hard, and it's almost like you lift your teammates up. So it's like, are you almost like trying to like build up the team in a way where it's just like you don't want to be the only one on the podium this next time around?
I think like the best way to phrase it, I just try my best to be a role model in a sense. Like not like a lot of people sometimes like when you're in like in certain situations you know what you want to do, but there's no blueprint. Like I hope that I'm working hard enough and like I accomplish the things I need to accomplish in order to be that blueprint for somebody else who like saying like that's like that's way out of reach, but it's like shoot, he did it, like I could do it. So it's like I hope I'm like that role model for other people.
Yeah, I feel like I agree with that.
Or an example. Not I don't necessarily have to be a role model, but an example.
Nah, yeah, I agree with that too. Because I feel like me kind of coming out of high school and stuff like that, like being, I guess, a lot of people knew me in school like that. So like I had a bunch of friends and stuff, and I ended up winning. I won states in Hawaii and things like that. So I had these bigger things going for me, and people that would just pay attention to me. I feel like, I guess, kind of stepping into that role, and I knew like I have people that'll text me and ask me for like certain tips or just people that I can help out. And I feel like I'm just trying to live every day to show people that it's possible to get to these places. I feel like I'm a very optimistic person too. I'm like, if I could do it, you could do it. But like that's really what I believe. You just got to put the work in. Because again, as I was saying earlier though, just because like it may take me one practice to get to a 47, but then it may take you 3. All you got to do is just be willing to put in that extra work.
Yeah.
And once you realize that, okay, I can put in this extra work and it's only gonna lead me to this success, then you're gonna go far.
How would you say like the sport of track has like shaped your life?
It's definitely shaped my life. I mean, like, I wouldn't be like in a position I am like without it. Like, it's funny because like track has always been one of those things that's like I knew I always should have done it, but like track's not like a heavily like advertised sport, so like there is no track where like you only did track when you were in high school, and like you only did it if you were bored because you were playing another sport.
Like
so it's like
they do it like in the spring.
So it's like I don't know, like it was always one, like I was always like I wasn't necessarily like the most skilled at any sport I played, but like I was always like the fastest and the most athletic.
I was like that, yeah.
So like it was just like, oh shit, like what could I do on the, like how could I like, should I like do track, because like that's like what like my main, like my speed and everything was, and like senior year I actually like did it and I put it into place. So like I'd say like it's definitely like it's definitely shaped my life. It's helped me become more motivated, a lot more disciplined. It's like helped me see things in life from like a very technical perspective, because a lot of people don't understand like how technical track is. Like it's probably one of the most technical sports there is. Like a lot of people just see it as like you line up and you just move your legs as fast as you can. But it's like in order to do that, there like track athletes don't even know how much science and like how much technicality there is behind it and stuff like that. So
and I feel like that's kind of one of the things that people like that don't do track realize is like, you can just run that 100 meters and like say you run like a 11.8. It's just like it takes a lot to then get to like a 11.2 and then like a 10.7. It's just like you don't just like run. Yeah, you don't just run faster by running harder. It's just like there's so many different like aspects of the sport that
like
just,
people will tell you, you just gotta drive more now. And then you get to that 11.2, then to get to that 10.7, you gotta relax. Like what? You just told me I gotta drive more, and then now I gotta relax to run. It's just and then it's so many different aspects.
It's like every year of track, I've had different coaches. Like every year, I'm learning different things, and I'm just like, it's insane. Like how much I don't know. Like it's like every year, every day, I'm learning something new, and it's just like wow. Like this sport is just it's insane. It's kind of one of the reasons I love the multi. Like I just love doing all these different events. It's like you're just taking in all these different things, and it's just like it's tough. It's I enjoy it. It's fun.
I feel like, what would you say? Because I mean, you were multi for your freshman year. Like, would you say? Do you think you miss it, or you like what? How do you feel about that?
I would say I miss it, man. Now, I mean, like one thing I do have to say is that like I was always intrigued like with the fact that I was doing multiple events. So it was just like, you know, like if you have a bad day in one event, like you have a good day at another. Like there's like a lot of room to like do a lot of different things. So it was fun. But at the same, like your training is just like so different. Like I'll stick to the floor. I'll stick to the floor
because like at least you get to like just focus on the 4 and the 2, whereas you got to worry about 10 events, so it's like not as dedicated.
Plus, like with me, like I had just started running, so like
so then it was a lot.
People don't understand how like hard running is from like a conceptual standpoint. Like there was like even just like from like the idea of running, it was just like as a freshman coming in, I was just like, huh. Like,
because you just started track senior year, and it was just like do 10 events.
Yo, I swear, like people, like it was like I know, like I'm like doing a lot better now, but like coming in like as a freshman, all of this was so hard to me because it was like you come in like day one, and coach was like, all right guys, like for warm up we're gonna do A skips.
To me,
what's an A skip? What's an A skip? And then it was just like you see like everybody doing them, and it's just like yo, like I know I know like I might be a lot more athletic than these people, but like, man, they're like, they know, they like already know this stuff, so I'm already like so far behind. It was just like Coach Beach used to like, at some practice, I used to like, people would be doing the warm up, and I would just be like on the side, or like doing like a workout or a warm up, and I'll just be there like just like trying to like figure things out. I just look like the ugly duckling. Like, I just looked crazy for like the first couple of months, and I think anybody who was a multi like while I was there can attest to that. Like it was like, and like this went on for like the whole first semester. Like it wasn't like it was just like a month adjustment. It was like the whole first semester I looked crazy. Like I just like, you would see if you guys saw me at practice, you'd be like what the hell is like, what's wrong with this guy? But like, it was just a matter, it was just a matter of just like really sticking to it and just like working every day. Like,
so would you say you've come a long way
from where I started? Yeah, and like sometimes like when things don't go my way, like it's just like I'll like be like I'll get upset and everything like that. But like at the end of the day, like where I started versus where I am now, it's just like a huge difference. So it's like I can't really be upset with like all like with like from like compared to like where I came from. So.
Yeah. So how would you say you pull yourself out of like a negative mindset? Like you have a bad meet or something, then like how do you recover from that? You know what I'm saying?
I never really see like. I try and be as positive. Like I know like not everybody has the ability to be like that like positive person and everything like that. But I think there's like like with me, like I won't beat myself up. Like even like when my dad was like very like involved in like my like early on in like my athletic life, and like he was never one to like beat up on me, like be like, oh, you had a bad game and stuff like that. And like he was never like that. It was just like always like, what could I do to change like the outcome and stuff like that. And it's like after a race, like I'm like people like be like, yo, like you went back and watched your race mad times, like are you that obsessed with yourself? I'll just be like, no, like I'm not watching myself. Like I just want to know like where I messed up on. Even if I have like a good race, like there's like some part of my race where I could have executed better or something like that. So I think for me it's just like a matter of like identifying what I could have done better and like applying it to like say like even, not necessarily the next meet, but like, even like the next practice.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing too. Watch film. Like I feel like you gotta watch film at least, because I find myself like after a race or something, I go back, I'm analyzing every single part of the video, like hurdles or something like that. I like at practice when we do hurdles, I'm analyzing every single second of that video. I might watch it like 10 times in a row right there just to make sure, because I feel like watching film, it helps you perfect your craft, and
for sure.
Video helps a lot too. I'm learning that now because Kel's been recording and he can talk about that, but like just him starting to do that at practice has helped me so much, honestly, to see my faults and certain things that I can easily fix.
And one of the things with like filming though, I've gotten to the point where I almost like film too much, and like Coach Wiss, he was almost like explaining it to me. He's like, once you like watch too much film, you start to like overanalyze.
Yeah.
And that's kind of one of my problems. Like you start seeing, when it comes like with technology now, it's like you can see like in discus, like you can see every mistake you're making in that throw. So instead of like trying to fix that one mistake, now you're trying to fix all 17.
Yeah.
It's just like you can't do all. You got to take one at a time, and that's probably my biggest struggle right now. Is just trying to like just take it slow. You just, you know, you just got to build. All right, do this one thing. You just say, all right, on to the next, and maybe that one like little change you do fixes all 17. So it's just like you got to know which. You just can't overanalyze them type of thing.
For sure.
Yeah, have you been in that position where you kind of overanalyze your race too much, or like you've tried to change too many things and then it just didn't lead to a proper execution?
Yeah, like I'd see like a great example is like at the beginning of the year, like I was never one to, I have a terrible start. Okay. And like one thing, it was just like, that's one thing I watch like a video, like a lot of videos on like acceleration, like my start and stuff like that. And like I would always like watch like the little things, like my shin angles and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's like, although like yes, you want to have like you want to correct everything to a T, like as like a 400 runner, I feel like some of those things I was looking at and being like hyper fixating on. I don't even know if that's a word. But
No,
like, I like just like really like looking into aren't necessarily as essential to other things I need to be working on.
Yeah.
And, like I was working on like that's something like Coach Crowley came up to me and talked to me about. She's like, hey, like you're worried about this, that, and the third when you need to be worried about this, and the third, like or like whatever it is. And like no, yeah, but there has been times like I'd say like when I'm like recording, I try not to just like record and just like go back and watch. What I'll do is like I'll only record if there's something specific I'm looking for. I record for something specific, like
that makes sense.
Or I hope like a lot of my teammates say like, oh shoot,
yeah, we got shut down again, yo.
I look
and now we're back on. I don't know. They keep shutting us down, bro.
But or like I have a good teammate, so like they'll like record like you know like my races. I'll go back and look at those obviously, but like I only record if there's something I'm looking for specifically, so I don't overanalyze.
All right, well, would you say you got any like I guess last pieces of advice? Any like final words?
I don't know if I have anything specific. I just
leave us with a little quote.
A little quote.
Yeah,
you got a little. Just like anything.
Talk to us, young bull.
I don't know if I have anything specific. I just say like, I think one of my biggest things is like sacrifice. Like if there's something like you truly want to do, like I think like anything you want to do in life comes with like some type of sacrifice and discipline. Like you hear people like saying like, oh, they have these goals, but like what are you willing to give up in order to get those goals? And I think that's something like my parents really taught me like growing up, like just like sacrifice. That's like been the biggest theme of my life is like you know just sacrificing and, like being disciplined to like what it is you want to do.
Yeah, because if you really want to get somewhere, then you're gonna have to go that next level, and it's not gonna be easy. So
that's a great way to end it right there. Well. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Appreciate you guys.
And again, the Kaizen Podcast, man. So the official channel will be up soon, but then we'll upload all these videos to there. But yeah, appreciate y'all for watching.
Stay tuned.